Good morning. Happy Saturday. How is everyone doing? As you pop on, say hello. I'm just getting this up on my other device so we can chitty chat, talk about what we've done this week, and all that fun stuff. There we go. Wow, technology is working this morning. That's a good thing, right? All right, now I have to be plugged in because I forgot to plug in and charge my iPad. So I've got the cord out of screen, so that's a good thing. All right, cheers to Baileys and Tea Saturday, everyone. Like I said, as you hop in, say hello. Let me know what you're up to. If you're new, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'll always love to know, and everyone else too. So today, I'm still featuring some sets out of the Celebration catalog. As you know, it goes till the end of February. So with every $60 purchase, you get to choose a free set out of here. There's some beautiful stamp sets. Today we're going to have a play with this one here called Catching Butterflies. I think it's adorable. It's got some cute little sayings in it. You make my heart happy, which is great for Valentine's Day coming up. Celebrate every beautiful thing, which is a good birthday type sentiment. And then collecting sweet thoughts of you, which I think is really sweet. And then it's a little girl with a little net. And I've got some great ideas of how you can play around with her, and hopefully they will inspire you. I wanted to do a quick touch on a new promotion that's coming up though. It's called All Together, and it is an all-inclusive set, obviously, featuring some black and white papers, which I'll show you in a second, our skin-colored blends, or in the brown sort of creamy tones, which we have been awaiting these forever. A nice stamp set, which I will show you as well, and then the dies. I didn't get the dies. I started with the stamp set, but you know, it always evolves into having the dies as well, because I've seen other ones and now I like them. So at first they didn't really speak to me. So they've got some great sentiments here for you and You Matter, and of course those can be cut apart if you just want to use parts of the words, and a nice little heart. And then of course the dies cut out. This stamp, let's bring in the stamp set here for you to see. This one here, and then this one here of the hands. And then there's one for the little hearts as well. So it's pretty nice little set. They say I promise, so that's obviously like pinky swearing. Love changes everything. Every act of kindness changes the world, and we'll get through this together, and you matter to me. So really nice set that you may be interested in adding to your collection. The papers feature all black and white. So I don't know about you, but I love my black and whites. So we've got some hands that you can color in. The paper's totally colorable. You get 4 pieces of each. Oh, I love that polka dot. I haven't actually even looked at this paper yet. That's a little bit wild on the eyes. I'm sure the camera is making you go all buggy there. Some nice leaves, which also could be colored in with your blends or your watercolor pencils. Anything like that. Some nice hands again. Morning, Glenda. That would be a nice one to color too. You can make rainbows out of that one when you run out of your rainbow paper. I haven't played with it much, so I can't say that I'm super in love with it, but I love this one where you can color the hearts. But I will grow to love it. There's not much about what Stampin' Up! Gives us that I don't love. This nice leaf, another one definitely that could be colored. This one you can color it in the checks as well. Nice little pattern. Just if you love black and white paper, this is going to speak to your heart. Some nice stripe. Hopefully all these patterns are not making you all go buggy-eyed. And then a nice little check pattern at the end. So wonderful pack of paper. This sale is going to start February the 1st. till May the 2nd. So that's when it'll be available for everybody to purchase. Of course, we got to pre-order, which is great. Here is some of the blends. My darker ones got missed out of my box, so they're coming in a collection. I thought they would be here yesterday, but my box has been delayed. So I have the darker ones that are coming as well. So they're different than our regular blends. They come in numbers now. So I've just sort of labeled mine so that I can know what is what. And I've actually seen somebody where they've colored their little dot on the end to the color of the blend marker. So that's another little tip that you could just color that in so that you know exactly what color it's going to be when you go to use it. Helps for reference. So I've just numbered mine, and they come from light to deep, they call it. So, and then there's some medium tones in between. So if you love sort of the blush colors and browns, and we have been waiting for these forever, so I'm so happy that they're here, and that may be something that you want to add to your collection. So you'll see posts about that starting this week for February 1st release to the public. All right, so let's get started. Just gonna have a quick sip of tea here, and we'll bring in our Catching Butterflies. I've also used a sentiment from the Special Moments, which is another stamp set in the $120 level of the celebration, but you can see that it covers every single probably occasion that you would have during a year. Different fonts, different sizes. This is a great set to add to your collection, to be honest. I've used it quite a bit. And here is the star of the show, our cute little card. And I'm going to show you how to make this lovely little background, I guess. It's kind of like a watercolor technique, but it's with your block and just with some markers. So it's nice and easy for you to do. And it, as you can see, makes a cute little quick card. So this is the card we're going to make. I did mine really quickly, and what happened was after I stamped it, I sort of blended it right away, and so then I kind of messed up that memento marker. So you always, or memento ink. So you always kind of want to leave it for a few minutes and let it dry before you start coloring it. That's my tip of lesson learned for this week. So I've got my long block, which is your eye block, or just something that will fit the length of the front of your watercolor paper that you're using. And then I've brought in my Highland Heather, my Pool Party, my Pear Pizzazz, my Mango Melody, and my Flirty Flamingo markers. So that's my color gradation there that I've got. I have got my watercolor pencils because I have colored her with watercolor pencils. And then I use my blender pen to blend those colors. Of course, we've got our Wink of Stella. I've brought in the glittered organdy ribbon, which we've used a few times, which is nice and fun. And I've brought in, what else? Oh, I've changed mine up, and I'm going to use today, I've embossed my background just to kind of give it a bit of dimension. And so I've used the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. Okay, so we've got our base of white. I'm just going to slide that over there so you can still see it, but we'll recreate it. I've got my base that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 in the thick basic white. I've got my Highland Heather cardstock layer that is 4 and 5 1/4 that I've embossed with that Tasteful Textiles. So that's just going to lay over there. And then I've got a piece of watercolor paper that's 3 3/4 by 5, and I've already pre-stamped it just so that it had time to dry and I didn't muck up like I did the original. And then I've got a piece that I've die cut from the stitched rectangles in soft seafoam, and I've already pre-embossed with just a little hi from me. And then I'm going to show you how I just banner cut that down from the original size. Got a piece of hair floating around here. And then of course I've got my envelope. All right, so let's do the background or the side panel of, oh, I mucked that up there even. Sheesh. I re-inked my memento and I think I'm gonna have to leave it even longer. So just your marker, the brush end, so you've got a bullet tip on one side, the brush end on the other, so just for like writing and touch-ups, and then of course for coloring or larger items like doing what we're gonna do. So basically we are just going to color on our block. That's how easy it is. Oh, you'll also need a mister. So one of our stamping misters, just with some water in it. Okay, so basically I just colored in the color gradation that I picked out. So you can do this in any color that you want. I just picked some sort of springy, bright colors. And you're just gonna color down your block. Oops. With the brush end. And it's okay that it's going to dry because when we spritz it, the water is going to reactivate all that ink. Okay, so we've got that done. It's hard to see on camera. Maybe if I stick it there, you'll see it. See, I've colored that. Okay. And then I am going to take my mister and I'm just going to hold it off screen so I don't get my desk all sopping wet. And I'm kind of holding the mister back a little bit and you'll see that I've just sort of misted it and then it's made that strange little mixture. I'll kind of hold it up here so you can see it a little bit better. So it kind of makes like that misting water droplets kind of look to it. And then we're just going to take our block and I'm going to turn it this way so that I can see better and I don't hit my head on the camera. And I'm just going to place it down and I'm not going to apply a lot of pressure because I sort of want it to still keep the little bubble look. So there you can see that it kind of keeps all those water droplet bubble looks. So if you smush it down, it's gonna like smush everywhere. But if you sort of just lightly touch it to the paper, that watercolor paper will suck up that color and create that look that you want. So, and then you could stamp it again and it will give you sort of a washed out look. Let's just grab a piece of paper here and I will show you that. Oh. It's a long reach to my little pre-done papers. And so again, you can apply just a little bit more pressure the second time around. And so then it's gonna give you, there's the difference in your second stamp. It won't, if the colors come off in some areas, of course it won't give you all of that straight across look, but it's kind of fun. So you can use that for a second card or the inside or whatever you like. I'll probably use mine on the inside. So you can get 2 stamps, maybe even 3. I still do have some color on there, but I would say 2 probably is max. It'll get so light and washed out that you won't really see it anymore. Okay, so that is our front done. And I didn't bring any seal over here. Oh, let me reach again. So I'm going to attach that to that lovely embossed piece that I did. Good morning, Valerie. I hear you're feeling better. That's wonderful. Hi, Shannon. Yes, simple and effective and a great way to remember. We all get onto our blends and we forget about our markers. And this is a great way to use your markers and create a fun background, right? Okay, so we've got her down. We've got everything sort of dry. I'm just sort of, that's why I'm kind of stalling. I'm letting it sort of dry a little bit. So we will trim up our banner while we are waiting for that to dry just in a moment longer. Okay, so I've cut the die shape right out of the stitch rectangles, but what I wanted to do is create a banner. So I am just gonna basically hack it off just like that. And then I'm just going to create my banner. So just snip up from one side to the middle and from the other side to the middle, and you'll create your little banner. Okay, and my scissors are super sharp. I must have sharpened these ones. That's a good thing. Sharp scissors are always a good thing for your trimming and cutting. So we've got that ready. Let's get those little pieces. So I think we're okay that we can watercolor. So our watercolor pencils come in all of our fun colors, and there's a couple different options in colors and collections in 2 different sets of the pencils. Just trying to remember what I colored with this pen. I keep all mine together, but that's your preference and how you like to keep them. I am sort of giving her blended hair. I have strawberry blonde hair, so I've kind of made her like a strawberry blonde. So I used the pumpkin pie, and I'm using Cajun craze, and I'm just sort of giving her highlights here and there. So I'm just randomly putting them in there, and then I'm going to use some early espresso. Oh, that's black. Where did you go? There we are. And some early espresso. Just a few little brown highlights. And we'll blend all this in a moment. We're just going to pre-color everything. And then I use the Flirty Flamingo, if I can find it here, yep, on her dress. Just to bring in that pink sort of that's near her, but you could color it in any color. And I've got a few samples that I will show you in the extras where I've used designer series paper, and I've stamped her again onto that paper, and then I've cut out her dress and paper pieced it into the dress stamped area to kind of give her a different look by paper piercing. So I'm just checking on my hand to see that my blender pen has got some juice to it. It is brand new, it looks like. Oh, hang on, I'll use the other end. That end is brand new. And so I'm just going to blend my pencils marks that I colored in just a moment ago. And you don't need to apply a lot of pressure with your blender pen. If you do, sometimes even on just our regular cardstock, it can pill a little bit, and then when you want to get the color off, you just kind of color it on the side of your paper. Your tip will stain, but if you color it off, you'll make sure that it's clear and you're not carrying color over to your next area that you're going to blend. And I'm just going to be careful here because sometimes I get carried away and I get outside the lines. Yes, even as an adult, we color outside the lines, right? And we get excited to color our areas. It's so much fun to color as an adult. Wouldn't you all agree? So we'll just be careful there. And I just left her face and her hands and her arms and stuff plain. But you could definitely color them in if you wanted. And then I'm just going to use the basic gray, and I'm just going to sort of highlight my net. I didn't like on my original that, well, because I colored it too early, the black kind of bled, and I didn't like that. So I'm just changing it up here with this one. So same thing, I'm just going over those lines to kind of blend out my watercolor pencil lines. You color outside the lines too, kinda? Sometimes it's fun and it looks okay. But sometimes it doesn't, so. And then I'm just using my Wink of Stella to highlight that net. And so you could bring in the butterflies. I didn't on this card, but you could stamp the single butterfly and sort of have it coming out of the net, or you could stamp the grouping, whatever you sort of like. And then I took the grass and I just stamped it on the bottom to kind of ground her in the soft seafoam, just so it was light and sort of barely noticeable. I didn't want to draw super attention to it. And I stamped it sort of 3 times. Oops, that one didn't even show up. There we go. Just to create a little bit of grass element there. I did it very, very lightly, so I don't even know if the camera will pick it up. So that's up close of her colored in and all pretty, and maybe the wink of Stella will be picked up. Yeah, jumping to catch the butterflies. I should add a butterfly. Maybe we'll add a butterfly. Let me just find a little scrap to stamp on. Here we go. Oops, that's not a scrap of weight. That is some foil. There we go. I have a little bin of scraps right beside me here. Let's stamp a butterfly. That's a good idea, Valerie. We'll make her catching the butterflies. I have no blocks in front of me, so excuse me while I reach to the side of me. What color butterfly should we give her? What's your opinions? Tell me, tell me, tell me. A blue butterfly, an orange butterfly. Let's do orange. But orange. Yellow? Okay. Yellow and what other color? What color should we do her? The insides. The butterfly kind of has some little indents on the inside. Yellow and purple, I see. Ooh, those sounds like good combinations. Let's do that. And color in the middle. And a quick cutout, and then we'll put that on. Should we put it outside the net or kind of half in, half out? What do you guys think? Well, I just fussy cut this real quick. Tell me your opinion. So what's everybody up to today on this Saturday? The weather's actually decent here in Edmonton today. We've warmed up. Hopefully it's nice where you are. Outside the net? Oh, great. I agree. I'm going to play clean up catch-up, I guess I would call it. Catch-up day. I have a card class tomorrow night, so that's kind of my weekend done. Getting stuff ready to mail for Valentine's Day. Oh, you got your cards done, Glenda? You got the motivation, the mojo. Snowshoeing. Ooh, that sounds fun, Shannon. I wanted to do that. We haven't done it yet. I guess we still have time in Edmonton. There is still snow on the ground here. The fog's lifted, Valerie. Well, that's a good thing. Maybe the ferry will go today. Yes, I saw you were up late, Glenda, last night. I figured you were working on something. I was going to bug you because I was up late. Well, as well, but I didn't. I left you alone. That butterfly is so cute. Thank you for your color combination input. You guys have just made this card. And so I'm just going to apply that to the front. I'm going to apply our second area stamped. Oops, I didn't put the ribbon on. Somebody didn't remind me, and I'm out of seal. I will pull that up real quick here as soon as I get a seal in my container. Seems like I've run out every week here on my lives. Last week I think I ran out too. It shows I'm making a ton of cards and that I'm running out of seal. I'm going through it like a crazy person. So I'm just running my pokey tool here underneath so I can lift it and put ribbon on it. It's sitting right beside me too. Yeah, I blame you. You didn't remind me, Glenda. So I'm just going to tie it around the side, and I thought it was kind of fun because it kind of gives that glittery sort of look to it. If you didn't want to waste a lot of ribbon, you can just sort of tie a half fake bow and not tie it all the way around the back. And I'm just gonna move that over, and then we'll trim off our tails. You can take the blame. Yeah, you can. And I'll trim off that other tail here as I put it back down. There, that looks better. Silly me. I was up too late. See, it's sitting right in front of my face on purpose so that I didn't forget. And then I forgot. There. Oh, that's so cute. I'll put the inside in, and then we will put our little banner on. Now, do we need embellishments? What do you ladies think? I didn't put any on the original just because I wanted to keep it simple. But I am happy to embellish if you want. Yes to embellishments, Glenda? What do you think? What embellishments should we use today? Brass butterflies. You gotta say it slow or it comes out all jumbled. So just a couple dimensionals on the back of that, and then I just sort of tacked it right in there. Brass butterflies. Anything else? Anybody else have an opinion on the embellishments? Oops. Oh, you haven't seen that trick, Valerie, of just pulling it off with your pokey tool? The end too, I just used my pokey one, but I'm pretty sure that's why they developed the end of this thing, is so that you could slide under on the take your pick tool and pull up anything that you needed to. Pretty sure that's the invention on the end of that, for sure. Polish dot, sequins. Oh, you guys are giving me all kinds of, I don't know, what do you think? We have the butterfly, so butterflies. I do have some sequins, and I do, oh, I think I'm pretty sure I have more polished dots on the way in that box that is supposed to arrive, I hope today. Oh, I still have some left. I'll bring them all out and then we'll decide. And then sequins. I would say probably those ones. I'm not sure what color those are. I think they're Coastal Cabana. All right, what do we think? What do we think? Brass, I can't even say it. Brass butterflies, sequins. Whoops, I'm missing a dot here. Oops, runaway dot. Or we've got the, I don't know if those will be the right color. And I don't even know that I have any white ones left. I don't. Here's white ones. Those are all pink. There we go. Or pink. Polished dots. Polished dots. What do we got? Is it runaway with polished dots? I think polished dots too. So in the white or the Calypso Coral. What do we think? I'm making you guys work today. This is fun. There's a method to my madness of keeping nothing on it to make you guys choose. What do we think? Pink or white? I think the pink. Like the coral? Coral? Yeah. I'm with you, ladies. Let's see. Let's stick one over here. And one right there. And maybe another one right there. What do we think? You love them. I know I love them all too. That's why it's hard to choose, and I made you do it. There. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. So cute, ladies. You guys are so smart. So smart. So pretty. I love it. And then our fun little background on the inside. All right, so let's get to what you all come here for. The extras, right? Oh, I didn't do my envelope, but I'll do that off camera. Let's get to the extras, because that's what you come for, right? All right, so here's a cute little one that I've just die cut the scalloped, scallops and contours dies. That's where that came from. And then that's using the stitch rectangles again. And then some of the Rainbow of Happiness, or Rainbows and Sunshines designer series paper. And then I've just fussy cut those out and put them in. Cute, eh? And then this cute little one. You come to watch me stamp? Oh, I thought you came for the extras, Glenda. You always say you like the extras, so. This one, I've just added a little bit of ribbon to the corner and then just some layers, and then I've used up again that Rainbow and Sunshines paper. Can you tell that I love that paper? And just simply colored and then embossed with the same folder with the textiles, Tasteful Textiles. And of course the Wink Estella, I don't know if it'll pick up. It's on the net, her hair, and just a little bit of the bottom of her dress. And I've just used blends to color this one. And I used blends to color that one as well. I think she kind of looks like me with her hair. Yeah, that's just using my blends and just using different colors. So pumpkin pie, pale papaya, and then a little bit of the So Saffron to get to my highlights personally. And then I think I used crumb cake and, oh, I don't remember, but that's kind of what I did. Yep, I'm the Carrot Top. I'm the Carrot Top behind this madness. And then this one, my blends kind of went weird on this piece of paper. I don't know why, but it still looks cute, so I wasn't too worried about it. But again, some of the glittery paper, and then the sunshines and rainbows, and then I put a little banner here. It doesn't look like it's cut very straight though. And again, just use my blends. And then I took the net and I stamped it twice, and I pop dotted up the net, so it kind of gives it a little bit of dimension there. And then of course the butterfly as well. And then we've used those polished dots like you guys picked today. So super cute, that one. And then this one is a total case from Joe Blackman. It is adorable. These dies have retired, but you may still have them in your collection. And there's some goop on it. And basically it's a lot of fussy cutting with those butterflies, but oh my goodness, isn't this adorable? And then this is where I've stamped the dress, re-stamped the stamp, the whole thing, and then I've cut the dress out of some more of that Sunshines and Rainbows paper, and then I've paper pierced it onto the thing. And then if you'll notice underneath, I colored just a little bit of her dress with my blends, and so I haven't attached the dress right down. And so it kind of looks like her dress is floating in the wind, but you can see some color underneath, so it kind of creates a little bit of a 3D dimension element going on there. And then using the Pool Party blend to sort of outline the net to kind of give it a different look as well, other than just doing sort of the lines in different colors. That one I just colored it all in Pool Party and then highlighted it with this Wink Estella. And same here, I just used the Wink Estella over it. But this is another way to sort of highlight that net. Yeah, she kind of looks like Caroline, hey? Yeah, I never watched that show, but she does sort of have, I recognize the name and the character. And then I've just taken and cut apart, so that greeting comes all as one stamp. So it's right here. So I've taken that and I've embossed it on black and with white embossing powder, and then I've just cut it apart and sort of block styled it, and then I've put dimensionals on every other one. So these are flat laid, the every and thing, and then these ones are on dimensionals. And then same with this die cut, the top part is dimensionalized, and then the bottom inside part is put down flat. So super cute. That's inspired by Joe Blackman. The rest are sort of maybe a layout that I saw, and then I kind of just ran with it. So those are my little cute cards today with Catching Butterflies. If you don't have it or have it and haven't played with it yet, you should have a play. It's super cute. I've got some extras to share this week, so watch my Facebook page. I always share extras on Wednesdays. And that's it, my friends. I'm so happy you joined me today. I hope I've inspired you to grab that Catching Butterflies and create some cute little cards. And that's it. Have a wonderful Saturday. Don't get up to too many things. Relax and enjoy yourselves. Have another cup of tea. And I will see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Paper hugs. Bye.